Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am EddCase of the Mob Cave. Welcome to Base Race, my episode 0, where we're going to be going over the details for this month. It's going to be an interesting one. As you can tell already, everything is black and white, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I've got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try and muddle through without making too many mistakes or rambling on for too long about anything that doesn't really matter, like I'm doing now. Okay, so, first off, we are in OG's Base for November 2016. It's 2017 now. And in fact, it is February, the 2-year anniversary, which is why this one's a little bit special. But, yeah, we'll get onto that. We will get onto this. But, yes, anyway, OG donated his broken computer to us for Base Race, November 2016. And there's his channel. Yes, we are inside OG's broken computer. And it's fantastic. It's going to be a good one. Let's see. Also, the cache is down here. So if we follow these wires all the way down, I'm not sure if they're wires, but yes, we have the cache right inside here. So there it is, the cache book. You can just click on it, and all the items are right there. So if you want to build in entirely survival mode rather than going into creative mode, then you can go to there and you can get all the items that you need from there. Okay, and yeah, let's have a look at the items. Okay, so a little bit difficult doing this in black and white, but let's see if I can try. I wanted to get one that was kind of moderately easy, nothing too difficult. Obviously, after the last month, December's one, it was very tricky to get everything done. So it's definitely going to be easier this time. Let's have a look at the main trouble blocks. Why haven't I gone back into this mode? Firstly, 1 diamond, and that's all you need. Out of the entire lot is just 1 diamond. This is in fact a gold block, so you will have to get 9 gold, and this is a block from the nether. And you can swap it with a different block from the nether. I'll be getting onto that once we're downstairs. But yes, so there is nether trip, there is 1 diamond, there is gold, and redstone. A little bit of redstone, yep. Lots of clay, that's hardened clay there. So you have to find that whilst everything is black and white, so that should be interesting. Looking forward to seeing how people do with that. What else? There was something, one other thing. Oh yeah, there is, I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest, with everything black and white, but there are some dark oak, either planks or, you know what we can do? We can actually find out by going down and selecting, and we can, we'll get the book and it'll tell us. But I'm pretty sure, is it that? This might be dark oak, or something. Something is dark oak. Anyway, you need to find a roofed forest. So you've got a bit of exploring to do, but generally overall, this is going to be not too difficult, apart from the fact that you've got to do everything in black and white. And of course, you've got the choices which you have to make. So we'll see. We'll see what those are. All right, is that everything? Probably. Okay, let's go down. Bam. Okay, here we are. Well, let's not look at those. Now, before I get onto the choices and stuff, there's a few things I want to talk about. First off, the texture pack that you're seeing right now with everything black and white, that should load itself at the very beginning of the map. I'm not sure if it does it in multiplayer, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't do it in multiplayer. So I've also got a link to the resource pack down in the description and in the announcement video description. And not only that, but if you come into the world and you realize that it's not black and white, then if you go through this door, you've got here, this month's base race comes with a resource pack. If everything is not black and white, please hit this button for download link to the pack. You hit it, and you go in here, and you click on that, and it'll take you, it gives you the link. Okay, so that will just set it downloading immediately. So there shouldn't be a problem there. The other thing is that, very similar to Color Your World, if you know that, where everything was white rather than black and white. Everything was white, and then you gradually colored things in. You get some things that just remain in color. For example, leaf items. Only the items remain green. And enchantments are still kind of purpley colored. Not sure if I can change those. I've probably tried, but yeah. Can't do anything about that, but mostly everything's going to be black and white. Except, you might have leaf blocks being green, the sky being blue, and a few little things like that. Maybe sugarcane being green and lily pads being green. This all depends on which combination of things you're using. So, like, I am in Minecraft 1.11.2. I'm using Magic Launcher, and I've got I'm using Optifine. And I think Optifine is probably the main thing. If you're using Optifine, probably everything will work out fine. Hopefully, maybe. But honestly, it might be that you get a blue sky. And if you play around with things and try a different, launcher or a different Optifine, then you might get it to work. But yeah, that's all I can say on the matter. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on your computer and what things you're using. But that's that. Let's see, what else? Just a quick insert here because I forgot to talk about it in the video. Once you finish the race stage, you're allowed to take off the black and white resource pack so you can do the build with colors. But it's a little bit trickier than you might think because the texture pack loads itself up as soon as you load the map up, and you can't just go into your resource packs and take it off. It doesn't work like that. So all you have to do, and it is actually easy, is once you finish the race, you go into your Minecraft save file, the world that you download from me, and you delete resources.zip, and then it gets rid of the texture pack, so everything will be in color for you. That's all you have to do. So yeah, once you've completed the race stage, you're allowed to do that, and it prompts you. It says you can now, once you finish the race, you can now do this. So yeah, that's that, and now back to the video. Right, yes. So with things being black and white, it's going to be a little bit difficult to locate some things. Let's say finding ores. They're going to be a little bit more difficult to see. Or finding clay in amongst, clay in amongst sand and stuff. It's going to be difficult to tell the difference between the two. Now, if you go into F3, it says somewhere. Oh yeah, it says that in the right side, just down there, right, just underneath here, it says what block you actually selected on at the moment. At the moment, it says stained hardened clay, color black. Now it says bedrock. Now it says obsidian. Don't use this. That's cheating, basically. That's obviously not intended. I'm going to have a little bit of a short rant here, very very quick one. When I made Color Your World, I got quite a few people saying, "Hey, just press F3 and use this." As if they had outsmarted the challenge, like as if they were being really clever. And it's not clever. It's really quite dumb. It's obvious that the challenge isn't intended to be done that way. You're not meant to be cheating your way through it. And it's not playing in the spirit of the challenge at all. In fact, it's not playing the challenge at all. So I don't know why people pointed that out, because obviously you're not meant to do that. So, yeah, okay. So anyway, don't use F3 to see what blocks are. If you want to have coordinates on screen, that's fine. Why don't you go and download Batty's Coords mod like everyone else uses? Right there. It's so great. Look at all these things you can do. Not only this, but you can put up the timer, which you can time your session for. It's great. Just use that. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. I've got my list of things to talk about here because I don't want to forget anything. There is a Patreon reward, which I'm not going to show until the end. So I'm going to give people a chance to leave if they don't want to see what it is. But I am going to reveal the name of it. But yeah, it's just through here. And what you do is you click a button just like this, and it gives you a book and quill. Now, on the Patreon site, on our Patreon, there will be a password posted only to patrons. And you just copy and paste that password into the book and press done. Not sign, done. And then it does it for you. That's it. That's all you have to do. But don't put it in chat in here, because then other people will see what it is. And don't reveal to other people what it is, because that's not the point of it being a private password. So yeah, that's how you do it, and it'll do the rest for you. It works great. I've tested it out. But yeah, if you have any concerns, then just ask me about it. I know it's a new feature, but it should be fairly self-explanatory. Even when you press the button, it even tells you what to do. So it should be fine. But yeah, I'll show you that at the end of the video. Now, I think that's everything else. So I'm now going to talk about the choices. Yep. Okay, so here we go. On to the nitty-gritty. I'm going to play both stages or just the race stage. Base stage only. That's all usual. Here we go with the choice between the items. So it starts off with redstone lamps and oak logs, but you can change it to magma blocks and spruce logs. So basically you have a choice between the lighter logs or the darker logs, and one block from the nether or another block from the nether. Both similarly, fairly easy to find. They both give off light, although magma blocks are kind of a bit different in that because they absorb light from things next to them, which is really interesting. I need to play around with them because I haven't, and they sound very interesting. But yeah, there you go. Those are your choices. Right. Okay. Well, we're going to look around and see what's on the wall behind us, and then go through this door and have a look at what the Patreon reward is. So if you don't want to see that, then thank you very much for watching. And I hope you have fun in Base Race. Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, I'm turning around. Right now. Okay. I'm never seen without my vintage wine, vintage shoes, or vintage handbag. So you've got to choose the one that most suits you. What would you never be seen without? This, of course, is your positive thing, your plus. Yeah, they're all nice to have. Nothing really to be said about these. You'll choose one and hopefully you'll be happy with it. They're all positive. So there's that. And now I'm having problems with my vintage jukebox, vintage clothes, or vintage Rolex. Yeah, so this is obviously the negative side of things. Yeah, these are good. They're one of these in particular I'm pretty proud of. They're all good, actually. I really like them all. So yeah, you'll have to choose what things you're having problems with, whatever that could mean. But yeah, obviously I'm not going to give anything away there. But there you go. Those are the pros and cons choices for this month. Now we're going to go through this door. I'm going to find out what the Patreon reward is. I'm not going to be telling you anything about it. Sorry, I was just looking at my cat because it came into my view right here. I'm not going to be saying anything about what it is. It's just going to be the name, and that's it. But, oh, it's good. It's really, really good. So, yes, I really hope... Oh, dear. I don't know if you heard that, but the cat just fell off the banisters. I hope it's okay. Kira? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to go through here and find out. That was the suspense building up. She couldn't take it. Kira couldn't take it. Okay, there's the begin base race button. We've already seen on this side. Oh, I broke everything. Okay, well, never mind. And over this side we have... There's the button that you press. It is the Patreon reward. It is... Whoosh, vintage beef. Of course it is. What else would it be? We've got all the vintage wine, shoes, handbag, vintage jukebox, clothes, Rolex, but of course, the Patreon reward is vintage beef. And I'm going to quickly show you how this works. So you press the button, and it says, copy and paste the Patreon-only password from the Mob Cave's Patreon page into the book and quill, not the chat, then click done. And it's got a link here so that you can actually go to where it's going to be posted. That's the Patreon posts place. I can actually very quickly do this for you, just so you completely understand how it works. Let's just go and grab the password. So, once you've got it copied to your clipboard, you open this book, you paste it, and you click done. And there you go, the book disappears, and that shows you that it worked. That's it. That is everything. And I've paused the game there because I don't want anyone to see what the Patreon reward actually is. Obviously, it's a vintage beef, but what could that mean? What could that mean? You will find out, hopefully, and I really hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really interesting one. Not had a resource pack in a base race before. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how everyone does with this, how everyone copes. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. I've been EddCase, and I really, really hope you enjoy this month. I'll see you then.